Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. Last time, I cannot recall what we did, which is a shame. We might have been, was it push 4 buttons in the trapped sewer lines or something? I think that was it. But first things first, we found something new in the shop. We now have access to the Fueled Falchion. During your single target melee attack, the target and all enemies adjacent to the target suffer 1 damage. And that is a one-handed weapon. That is awesome. What is everyone currently equipped with? You have a warhammer that I never use to stun people. Battle axe we use sometimes. Heater shield we use a lot. Your bow pierces through people. And you have a battle axe and a heater shield, but you are not long for this team, sir, because you only have 1 more quest to do, and you are out of here. So we'll try and keep a lot of that stuff in mind. But also, we have a level up for Mindy. Corrupting Embrace. Attack 1, Poison. Attack 1, Muddle. Which is interesting because it makes 2 attack actions, so they draw a different multiplier card, or a different modifier card on each one. Jump, move 4. Poison, targets all enemies moved through, create darkness. And Dark Frenzy. Attack 2, consume cold, plus 2 attack, consume darkness, plus 2 attack. Move 3, attack 3 at a range of 3 on bottom. Well, that is quite the decision, isn't it? And of course, we could always go back and pick something else from the before times, but typically the stuff you've unlocked later is going to be stronger. I think move 3 and attacking on bottom and making ice is incredibly strong. And then if we short rest, the next turn we can attack 2 with the darkness. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Dark Frenzy, I think. Then if we want to equip it, we have to take something out of the deck. Now, something I've also been told is that the augments, we can remove an augment and it's not... it says it right there. When another augment is played, discard this card, not burn this card. So I had been neglecting that point the entire time, so that's important to remember. But for now, Dark Frenzy, a good attack on top and a move and ranged attack on bottom. I think Fearsome Blade can come out quite comfortably. Super. And, oh, we don't want that. We get a perk because we have leveled up. We've already done the consistencies. We could do Dusts. That's going to be pretty strong for Mindy at this point, I think. More likely to draw an additional damage or effect than we are a negative one or a neutral one. We could get even stronger. Add 2 create ices could also be very interesting. How is our deck for stuff that consumes ice at the moment? That creates. That consumes to stun. That creates. That consumes to push. That consumes to stun. But we've got Frozen Mind in play as an augment. And if we have it in play, we can consume on attacks every time to stun. So perhaps then we will add... So this is 1 plus 2 attack, add ice card. My initial gut thought was that it was 2 instances of add ice, which is less strong. So I think I'm just going to go with Dust. Take out those plus zeros, make ourselves a little more consistent. Then we need to select a quest. What do I fancy doing? Discover what is coming. Learn the meaning of Jaxera's last words. Well, it's been a while since we did anything relating to Jaxera. And this is a quest in the Dagger Forest. And if we check Faith here, she needs 3 quests completed in the Dagger Forest and then unlock the scenario Foggy Thicket and follow it to a conclusion before she can retire, unlocking Nightcrawler. So let's go and discover what is coming. We have cultists, we have living corpses, nothing too unfamiliar there. Night demons, attacks gain disadvantage, we know that one, and a sun demon. So some stuff for Mindy to possibly attack. We need flame demon, frost demon, wind demon, earth demon, night demon, and sun demon. I'm certain we haven't done the wind demon yet. Not sure which the other one is, but we'll see what we can attack here where possible. I don't think we need to change anything else too specifically, so we will press on. We will get a encounter on the road, of course. Heading out a little late, aren't ya? The guard at the wall looks at you passively. You grunt in response and head through the opened gate. Nobody's going to go looking for your corpse if you don't return. The guard shouts at your back. You end up embarking out on the road much later than you had hoped. Events in town saw to that. But as the dusk settles on the horizon, you feel confident that you are up to any threat you might face. And then begins the howling of wolves, vicious foul beasts, and judging from their sounds, they seem to be getting closer. Run to safety or let the wolves come. It's going to be a bad thing either way, I think. Let the wolves come. Each character starts the scenario suffering 3 damage. Confident the wolves pose no significant threat, you stand your ground and prepare for battle. The pack comes, ragged and hungry, slowly emerging from the dark and surrounds your party. There are more of them than you expected, but not enough to take you down. You suffer a bite or 2, but you are able to fight them off. Excuse my sneezes. Let's see what Jaxera's last words really mean then. More cultists abound.
As you enter the crypt, a familiar face greets you at the bottom of the stairs. He grins from ear to ear. Ah, so you have come. Again, we thank you graciously for your help in taking out that pesky necromancer. Come, let me make introductions. The hooded figure leads you through a stone door and into a large room. He points at a black, flaming rift in space. This, he says, failing to mask his giddiness, is our master, the Gloom. It wanted to thank you personally for murdering so many of our brothers and setting back our plans. Out of the rift, a group of horrendous, bloated corpses appears and shambles towards you.
Oh, lovely. Just what I wanted. Battle goals. Have 1 or more monsters present on the map during every round. Well, we need to kill all enemies in all rooms, so there might be more rooms to breach through, so difficult to do. Use your equipment a number of times equal to or greater than your level plus 2 during the scenario. So that's 5. Your level. 5 plus 3 is 8. Our equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll easily do that. Why do we have 8 of 9 equipped? Do we have extra stuff somewhere that we're not utilizing? Or is it simply that we have 2 one-handed items? No, I don't understand why it's showing me 8 of 9 equipped, but hey, we will use the professional. Dynamo, kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 more points of damage than necessary, or be the first to kill a monster during the scenario. we do turn invisible at one point, so we'll get double damage on that attack, and we're trying to focus on the bonuses that we get when we kill things that are solitary and such. So we'll try Dynamo again. Reveal a room tile by opening a door, or loot no gold piles or chests during the scenario. If I can remember, we'll try and be indignant. Loot 5 or more gold piles during the scenario. Kill an undamaged monster with a single attack action during the scenario. Well, the instant kills don't count as attack actions. And since Craggy's not going to be collecting any gold, we'll give Mindy a shot at it. Just kill all enemies in all rooms. We're starting hurt for 3 because of the wolves on the way in. And we'll see if there's any other negative modifiers when we start the quest here in just a moment. That was aggressive. I guess that was us being hurt on the way in. Creepy sounds in the darkness.
Are worthless fodder. The figure suddenly screams in exhilaration. Did you think you could come back into our graces so easily? You're here to die. Then you can join our cause as a corpse, just like the rest of these unworthy fools.
Oh man, that is a busy room. We've got a small chamber there, and a small chamber there, and that is it. So we are in quite a confined space. We've got Living Corpse Elite. Innate attacks apply poison, which is going to be fun. We've got a whole host of elite cultists around the edge, and then these two are the only non-elites on the field. Now, my very, very first instinct is to go over to Craghart here, and we have... Is it Heaving Swing? Attack 3, push 1. You may push the target into hexes containing obstacles. In each case, destroy the obstacle, the target suffers 2 damage, and you gain 1 experience. So that would be 5 damage immediately against this guy being pushed into that obstacle. What I'm also worried about is if the cultists draw one of their cards that is like summon a living bones or summon an undead bloated guy, living corpse, that's going to be 6 more things that we have to kill in a hurry. So this is going to be fun. We didn't get any more negatives, so that's something. But where do we want to begin? I'm mad that none of these cultists aren't elites. We can stun something. Attack 1, range 3, stun 1 on bottom. Seems like a great start. That's 1 fewer turn that they're going to take. Then we need something on top. Attack 2, range 4, and immobilize. Also very good. If we can stop somebody else being attacked this round. Is there anything else we would rather do? I don't think so. I think for now that is totally adequate. Faith. These guys are on their own. So we might be able to get some use out of single out. On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add 2 to the attack. That's on bottom. On top, we could Flurry of Blades. That's at a range of 3. So if we stood there, we could hit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Attack 2, range 3, target 3. So, Flurry of Blades, single out on bottom. We'll go up first. Mindy comes next, attacking these 2. That will be fine. Then, Brute and Craggy. Then what do we want to achieve, basically? I would like the cultists to die swiftly. If we stand here, we can move 3. Where are we? Move 4. If the movement was in a straight line, perform attack X. So if we stood like here, we could move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then attack, and then take a second attack action. I'm going to try and focus on this left-hand side as we're starting to attack here. We'll kind of work clockwise if we can. So that's hook and chain to move 4 if the movement was in a straight line. We could move 6 if we had room to do so, but we don't. So we're moving 4, attacking for 4. Then we need something on top. I mean, why wouldn't you pick attack X, where X is the number of hexes you have moved so far this turn? So that would be attack 4 on top. Or we could unstoppable charge. But I guess we'll play balanced measure because we're not really gonna... I should probably just pull balanced measure out of the deck. We never really play it that often. Then Cragheart. If we step up to here, we can push that guy and injure them. That would be heaving swing on top. I mean, it's something on the bottom. We've got move and heal, don't we? Move 2, heal 1, but that's very slow. I'd rather go faster if we could. We'd suffer damage with that. On your next 4 melee attacks, when possible, destroy an adjacent obstacle. That is a great point. I'm not even thinking about my obstacles. So we should consider Rock Slide. Create 3 single hex obstacles in empty hexes within range 4. We could actually make a wall here and force them to go around. We can't pin things into the entire space. Create 3 single hex obstacles in empty hexes within range 4. All allies and enemies adjacent to 1 or more take 2 damage. We would be hurting ourselves a lot if we did that, though. Put one here. What's it? Range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could put one there. We could put one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could put one there. That seems... That's going to hit 6 targets. I think that seems like the best thing to do on top. So something to do on bottom. Earthen Clod for a heal. Seems like a decent thing. Or we get Stone Pummel going up because we're about to put out a load of stones. No, let's heal someone first. Alright. That's the turn. Let's see what they draw. Move 3, immobilize and muddle. Move 3, immobilize and muddle. Move 2, attack 2 with curse, heal 1 self. So, curse sucks, but otherwise, nothing too deadly right now. Faith's initiative is fine. We are adding damage to our next set of ranged attacks. And then we're targeting... We might as well do the whole round at an advantage. Since we're attacking 3 creatures, I don't see why we wouldn't add 1 damage here as well. We're attacking these 2 guys that are on their own. And we'll aim after the elite in the center. Very nice. And I might even mine a stamina potion, flurry of blades back out. Because we're going to want to attack multiple targets again in a moment, and a lot of them might be within lethal range when we do that. Mindy. Simple turn here. We could force this guy to immobilize the other two. But probably not necessary. Attack 2, range 4, and immobilize. I think these guys are taking the same turn. These guys are moving 2. This guy's moving 2. So I think I'm going to take the one further back. And then we're stunning this guy. Did not think this through at all, because now Brutus is going to be immobilized. At least it was only one adjacent enemy, but I should have thought that through a bit more. We are now throwing rocks. So that's 1. That's 2 that hits 3 targets. And so those 2 are taking damage. These 3 are all taking damage. I guess I'm going to focus down on that guy over there as well. And we will heal. Faith, I think, is going to be in the worst spot. Cultists are moving and attacking. At least they've given us something to target now. Although I think our 2 attacks are the ones that require movement, which is less ideal. Because one is move and attack, the other one is attack for how far you moved. But we can switch it up. So we can attack 3, range 3, pull 2. And I would prefer to attack somebody that is not going to cause me to have disadvantage, although we are muddled already, so it's not going to make any difference. Unless we want to use our item, which I don't, when there's multiple enemies around me to use in a moment. So we'll attack the one with 5 HP in front of us. And we will miss. We will move, and I'll heal for the 3 that we're missing because we are now surrounded. So Brutus has lost his conditions because he gained his, then took a turn, whereas Faith hasn't taken a turn since she gained hers yet. We're probably going to want to do a sweeping blow or similar here. We can attack with advantage against 3 things. Or if we can go fast and trample, we could attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things and get back to here. And then on top, skirmishing maneuver just to be able to go quickly. If that fails, if we get some other issue, we can ranged attack on bottom here and pierce attack on top there. So we've got options on that. Mindy, I would love for you. Does somebody have kill first? No. Mindy, I would love for you to perhaps kill the one on 3 HP, just so they don't get another turn. We have ice in play. We could attack for 4 on top. That would kill something. Or we could attack 3 on bottom here. Do we have another ranged attack? Not normally, because I normally spend them both at the same time, don't I? Frozen Mind. We could attack and stun on top. And move 3 and attack 3 on bottom. That seems really good. It's not gonna... We could still shoot the other guy. And possibly kill them. And we can stun the Living Corpse Elite, which might be incredibly helpful. Faith. We still have Flurry of Blades available, because we took it back. Is there anything else we would rather do in the meantime, though? Attack 3, add +1 for each of your allies adjacent to the target. Well, that will be at least Brutus and Mindy, if we're attacking the guy next to us after Mindy's turn. That's on top. Attack 3, add 2 to the attack when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. Well, that's attack for 5, which seems great. And then Thieves' Knack will let us attack on bottom without me needing to move, because we can't move. We're going to trample and skirmishing maneuver. So it's just Cragheart left. Massive Boulder, attack 3, range 3. All allies and enemies suffer 1 target adjacent. So we could hit this guy and do splash damage to 3 other targets. Extra ammo. Backup ammunition is a top. So now's not really a great time for that. You'd think there would be a good spot for us to do a stone pummel at some point, but our movement is not our greatest factor. Heaving Swing, add 1 to your ranged attacks this turn. Attack 3, range 3. So what I'm actually going to do is Heavy Swing on bottom, add 1 to all of your ranged attacks this round. Then Sentient Growth on top, attack 2, range 3. It's going to be attack 3 because of Heavy Swing, and then if we add Minor Power Potion, it'll be attack 4. So that's the turn. Cultists. Move 2, attack 1 with Curse, on death, attack 4, everyone around them. Doesn't say allies and foes, so it might just be foes. Move 3, attack 3, move 3, attack 5, going nearer the end. The Elite, I would really love to stun again, which I think we're going to. We may want to try and avoid actually killing this cultist particular. Faith's initiative is fine. So, attack 3 on this guy. Unfortunately, we are still muddled, and there's not really much we can do about that. Then, attack 5 on this guy. If we could draw 2 +1s, I would be over the moon. That is a big miss. Mindy. Right. I'm going to step up to here. Skip the rest of our movement and attack for 3 on that guy there. Well, we didn't kill them, but they got stunned, so that's something. Then we are going to attack with Frozen Mind on this guy here. They are now stunned as well. You are moving 3 and attacking for 3. You are moving... I think now is a great chance to make Mindy be invisible, because most of these guys on this side will all be trying to target Mindy. So to mean that Mindy cannot be targeted by anything is going to be a great time. Right, so we still have the options available to us, though I really would rather not take an attack of 4 on death if it can be helped. Maybe we're going to do this. Move 4 with attack 2. I mean, if we kill this guy, we shouldn't be around to take the hit if we want to be somewhere else. This guy's stunned. That guy's not going to be able to hit anything. This one's the only real concern. So move 4, jump, and attack. If we use our boots, we get to move 6. That can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are these guys moving? They are. 6. So we'll hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foes on the way across. And we'll hit all of them at advantage. Alright, the big guy died. Then we can attack, move, and attack again. If we kill this guy, we're going to take an attack of 4, so let's not do that. I was told that I should consider using my battle axe to do things such as pierce and stun against 2 enemies. We don't have stun as brute, and piercing is not so much a consideration for us right now with the lack of shields, so we'll attack these 2. Then we can move 2. Is there any reason for me to move away from here? I don't think so. We'll skip the movement, then we get another attack. I'm going to go after the cultist as a priority. End our turn. These guys are going to hit us quite hard now. Then Cragheart is up. What was Cragheart doing? Cragheart was going to do this. And then this on... they're in range of me. So I will be attacking at Muddle. But it's the only way I can hit 3 creatures. So let's add 1 to the attack. We'll attack all 3 of these guys. They did not kill their own ally, which was expected. I'll take a heal 3. We did stun one of the other guys, which is lovely. And now we're at the top of a fresh round. These guys are falling reasonably quickly. I'm happy about this. Faith. now would be a perfect time for another flurry of blades, given that this guy has 1 HP, this guy has 2 HP, this guy has 1 HP. I would rather you move somewhere so that the attacks aren't at disadvantage, but the range on those is 3. So if we stood here, we could attack all of them. So we need a move on bottom. So that will do. Now the only problem in going on 3 is if we kill the one with 1 HP left, it might kill Cragheart. But I mean, for the damage that he'd take from that, he might take that much damage from the living corpse attacking him anyway, so this seems fine. Mindy. So we've still got 2 guys here with full damage, or full health, but we do still have Frozen Mind in play, and we have more ice. So if we attack the guy right next to us, we can stun them. That'll be another turn they don't get. So we need an... Is it just on melee attacks? Yes, a melee attack. Scurry is an option, or a plain standard default attack 2, I think also would qualify. Attack 3 with stun anyway. Attack 2 plus 1 for each negative affliction. And those are both other augments. If we're going to go after Faith Goes, then the guy behind us here is going to be poisoned by Faith's Walk. Move to poison all adjacent enemies. So that will be a little bit of extra damage. So Submissive Affliction on top. We can do Cranium Overload on bottom, just so that we're fast in the order. We can also use Scurry for a loot 2 after a lot of this stuff dies to try and loot 5 or more gold piles. Then we must remember that the 2 rooms on the sides probably have those sun and night demons that were in the brief. So those are things to think about as well. For now, over here, you're stunned, so you're not getting a turn. And these 2 will hopefully die to Faith's daggers regardless. So I would love to get something like Stone Pummel possibly going. Although we don't want to pick up any gold if it can be helped. Attack 3 at a range of 3 on top. Alright, if we get Stone Pummel going on bottom. And attack 3 at a range of 3 on top. From here, 1, 2, 3, we can hit this cultist, we can hit that cultist. We have plenty of options. Then Brutus over here. Hopefully this guy is dying to the shot. That leaves us with these 2, and Leaping Cleave seems like a great candidate to hit them both. Then something on bottom. No really great choices. It's just moves and push. So I might just get Warding Strength going. Right, the cultists are moving and healing. These guys are moving and attacking. The healing isn't happening too early, which is good, and the attacking is happening very late, which is also very good. We are happy with our initiative. We are moving to this tile, skipping the rest of the movement, poisoning the foe next to us. Then we are attacking this one with 1 HP, this one with 2 HP, and that one with 1 HP. I love it when a plan comes together. Then Mindy. We are attacking because doing an attack action is going to mean that we can consume the ice and stun somebody. Huge damage. Love to see it. Then we can get a card back. Do I want that back? I don't think so. And we get to move. After we move, we're not going to be invisible anymore. These guys are moving and healing, and the living corpses are attacking. Now there's only one living corpse left. So we can actually just move onto some gold and start collecting our 5 gold piles for the scenario. It's also probably time to think about which door we want to open first. I'm leaning towards this one just because most of the party is over this side already. But also, I should not move too far away, because if we're here, or at least in one of these 2 tiles, we can attack this guy again next turn. So I'm just going to move over 1 tile, I think. They move and heal, but they don't have any benefit. Oh, they can heal somebody else. They lose their poison, which is not so bad. The last one was stunned. So here we are attacking these 2. So close. And we'll get shield up. Yep. Then here. Attack 3, range 3. All adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1. Yeah, I don't want to burn this. I'd rather get this going. It's part of why we've got loads of random rocks all strewn around the place. How's our deck looking? We've got a bunch of +1s. So I reckon we can get a +1 here and have this guy just die. And then, do I want to make ice for Mindy? Probably not, because this guy should be able to just be killed between us. So we'll save that. That is horrific. That is a really tough ×2, but not much we can do about it. Is there any way to really conveniently kill this guy without spending too big an action on it? This elite with all of its health is a pain in the neck. I think Mindy, we'll probably start with you trying to kill this guy. So if we attack for 2 with +1, that's 3. Or we can attack 1 and wound on bottom here. And Frigid Apparition. And then that's attack 3, that's attack 1, and a wound. So the wound will mean that they die at the start of their turn. So that's a simple plan. Craggy. Move 2, attack 2 is fine. That will probably get the job done. Then we can move 3 on the bottom to prepare to be in front of a door. Then we have these guys, just this guy left. We have single out on, and your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies add 2 to their attack. We have 1 pip of that left. We can move 3, attack 3 on top, or add 2 to all your attacks this round targeting enemies adjacent to another allies. I think Duelist Advance on bottom, Swift Bow on top is going to be our fastest way to work out killing out this guy with all the health still in the world. Move 2, deal 1 damage. Move 1 adjacent single hex obstacle. We don't have any next to us right now. Attack for 3. I think opposing strike on top will be fine, and we can rumbling advance on bottom. And we'll probably just move and stand where we are because we don't want to collect any of the gold, but we'll still do 1 extra damage that way as well. 10 on death for damage is really lame because Mindy is not healthy. Living Corpse, move 2, attack 4. Faith, I don't think we benefit from going before these guys. Unless the on death doesn't come in until after their turn has happened. But I assume because it's not a move action or an attack action, it's just in play. So I don't think going on 6 instead of 16 will help us. Although they are going to move and attack. But we can only do the same attack on the guy next to us at disadvantage. I think it's just going to be a painful turn, but then hopefully we will take a long rest in just a moment. That's incredible. That's fine. So add this to our attacks, please. Then hit this guy for 7 at not disadvantage. My golly. And we do take 5 damage there. Well, we can end the scoundrel's turn. Right, our plot has changed drastically. If we move, we're going to be hurting everybody. Heal 4 at a range of 2 would get to Faith. And then on our next 6 melee attacks, we can retaliate 2. I guess we're going to get that going. Or we could step over for 2 and get towards this door. I think this guy's already attacked. That guy is the next guy to worry about. I'm actually going to take 2 steps over here. End our turn there. This guy still has 5... I should have... This guy is now also going to take the 4 if this guy gets killed. But we don't have any way to kill him safely. So I guess maybe we just do a standard attack. And then try and kill him next turn, perhaps. Might be safer. This guy's going to move to an attack for 4. The other option is Mindy steps away and hits this guy, and then Craghart steps in and hits that guy. But these two could still take 4 damage each, which seems excessive when we don't have to. So we are going to step to here. Attack that guy for 3. We would have killed that guy if we tried, assuming the decks stay as they are. We can't push him away. We can move to here. Skip the rest of our movement and attack for 2. That won't kill him. Then we don't care about picking up gold, so we'll step to here now. Now we get a fresh round. We have a fresh opportunity to kill this guy without possibly taking lots of extra damage we don't want to take. Question is, who's going to get the honors? Because everyone would really quite like the long rest. Attack 3 on top and move 2 on bottom. Move 4, attack 3. We're not going to go fast, which could be a problem. And Mindy can go fast, but would then kill the guy if we have to draw +1, 2, 1 also, and we would still be at risk of dealing 4 damage to everybody around them. So, what's the fastest Brutus can go? 43. Faith, we're just going to do this. We are just going to play the 2 cards we have. Mindy is just going to play the 2 cards she has. Summon Living Bones, Cultist suffers 2 damage. Well, that's just about the best thing they could have drawn at this point. We don't need to change our initiative. We are going to attack them for 4, because it's 3 + 1 for Cragheart's presence. And then move 2 as much as we can across the room. Then we're going to move... Who wants to be where? This room is not very large. So we'll stick Mindy here. Skip that attack. We do not need to do any of this, so skip that attack. Skip this movement. Then we are going to move 4 up to this other door tile here. Skip that. Then it's going to be long rests all around. Easiest turn selection in the history of the world. Especially because we don't have anyone that has to make the consideration for take only long rests this game or anything. So, a long rest for us, something to get rid of. Yeah, balanced measure, you're gone. Cragheart, something to get rid of. I wish these 2 were in different spots, because then he'd have a rock to throw. But I can't do anything about it now. I think it's going to be Earthen Clod. Then Mindy. Right, we have Frozen Mind going currently. I think we can get rid of Silent Scream. We're more likely to play the one that gives us +2 attack if we haven't burnt it already. Yeah, Mind's Weakness. So Silent Scream can go. And Faith. Thieves' Neck, probably. If there's no traps in this room, notion that there's going to be traps in the last two rooms that are going to be such a big deal that we can't attack over or around them seems minimal. Then the question is, who's going to breach the door and how fast are they going to do it? Because Faith could do it and then turn invisible. That actually seems like a great idea, seeing as we have completely fresh decks. We have things like Hook and Chain on top here, and Skirmishing Maneuver on bottom there. We have Perverse Edge on bottom here, and Hostile Takeover there. Faith can go really fast on a flurry of blades to get to the door on bottom, and then Smoke Bomb on top. And Cragheart, we want more ranged stuff. Probably Rock Slide, create 3 single hex obstacles on top, something on bottom. Get Opposing Strike in. So Faith's moving first, blocking the door, turning invisible. Everybody else is doing ranged attacks. Four Night Demon elites. Oh, sorry, 2 elites, 2 standard. No traps, no rough terrain, 3 piles of gold, and a treasure chest. So we're turning invisible. They are going on 7 and 7. Because they're all Night Demons, just one of them are elites. Move 5, attack 4, consume darkness to become invisible. And then the same. It's a shame we've just created some darkness. But they're not going to be able to get us, again, attacked a bunch here. Which is nice. Sorry, you all become invisible. I'm sorry, what? So we can no longer attack anything they do. They've all taken their turns already. This is like the biggest hard counter to the turn I had planned ever. Question then becomes, do we try and spend movement moving into the room? Well, Mindy couldn't move in if she wanted to. So this is just going to be a pair of hard passes. Because we can't attack the invisible creatures. I can't even take the attack action to create the ice if I wanted it. One, two, three, 4. We could move in and get the chest. Then we would also become the ire of many attacks. Move 5, attack 4. Our attacks against all of these creatures are going to have disadvantage. But next turn we could play Juggernaut and make 3 of those attacks not hurt us. So I'm going to do that. If this is trapped, I'll be really mad. Probably should have considered taking a health potion as well. We get a steel ring design. Even though Faith already has a steel ring. So, you know, whatever. But now Cragheart can still do this stuff. I'm actually going to have him move in to here. Because then we have line of sight against the others. Do I want to put one here and block this off slightly? I don't think it's going to be beneficial to us, and it's going to hurt us if we do that. So we'll just do this. And they do take damage from that because it doesn't target, which is lovely. I'm going to create some ice for Mindy, I think. And we don't need to heal for 5 right now. God, these guys are still going to be invisible this turn unless we go as late as possible, which we might basically have to. Well, we know that we are playing Juggernaut on bottom. And something on top. It then becomes a toss-up because we can play Juggernaut early and not take damage for 3 attacks. Or we can play Unstoppable Charge late, actually attack something, but probably get hit before we do those attacks. So I'm going to err on the side of trying to not take damage. And play Sweeping Blow as just a second card. Mindy, we made some ice, so we do want to make an attack. We can do that with Scurry, but we want to go late for our initiative. That's going to be a move 3 and attack 1. 1, 2, 3. So we can go Mind's Weakness on bottom and take the 75 initiative. Cragheart, we probably want to either push this person into a boulder, which is Heavy Swing. Attack 3, push 1, you may push the target into hexes containing boulders. And if that's on 57, we want something to do on bottom late. Move 2, heal 1, adjacent, attack all other adjacent. And Faith is currently invisible, so if we go late in the order, we're not going to be attacked. Kill 1 adjacent normal enemy that is also adjacent to none of its allies and also adjacent to any of your allies. Oh, well, we want to stand here then and do that. So, Visage of the Inevitable on top and a move on bottom. Although Cragheart is going to push this guy into that rock. Mindy is going to go 1, 2, 3 and stand here and attack them. So we could attack here and do that one. Kill 1 adjacent normal enemy that is adjacent to none of its allies and is also adjacent to any of your allies. How about, what else could Cragheart do this turn? If we don't do this, instead, if Faith insta-kill this thing, that means we have 2 actions to take doing whatever we want so long as we go after Faith. Faith can go on an AC8 and change her initiative by 10. That's not a problem. We want to hit the guys in the back, ideally. Move 1 adjacent single hex obstacle to an empty hex within range 4. Attack 2. Target all enemies adjacent to the moved obstacle. Consume green to add 1 to that attack. So if we step in somewhere, we'd have to pick up gold, which is not ideal. Or we could attack 3, range 3, all allies and enemies adjacent suffer 1 damage. That's going to be bad for Cragheart because we really don't want the Juggernaut pips to be going off of 1 damage from one of his abilities. One of Cragheart's abilities. Attack 3, range 3, push 2. That's fairly basic and harmless. We can attack something across the room. And if we do heavy swing with that, so long as they go first, we'll be able to see them and add 1 to our attack. So, Faith needs a second card. Cragheart isn't moving, so we just need a move 2. Preferably not Swift Bow. So we'll take the Sinister Opportunity. So you're buffing yourself and attacking should you get the chance, but it's unlikely. Then on 61, you're buffing yourself and attacking at range. Then on 75, you're running in 1, 2, 3 and attacking the guy here with Wound as well as Scurry and have the opportunity to stun them. Then Faith is going on 88, moving it to here and killing that one instantly. Okay. They're going early. Move 3, attack 6, move 3, attack 5. But 2 of them are going to be attacking here, which is what we wanted to see. We cannot attack because we cannot select an attack target. I will also take this opportunity to heal for 5. End Brute's turn. So for 5, we have to use the Juggernaut, so we'll save the rest of our stuff. Again, here we have to use the Juggernaut, we'll save everything else. We'll take 5 there, which is rough. And they miss, which is wonderful. Right, we were going to add 1 to our attacks. This could cause a problem if Mindy's not going to have somewhere to stand. Mindy's going very next. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't move 4. 1, 2, 3. We can jump, but that doesn't help us. Or we could move 1 on bottom as a default action, then move 1, 2, 3, and then take an attack action. So we will be okay. It's not a perfect turn, but we can make it work. So we're adding 1 to our attack values this turn. And we are attacking. We don't need the push, but we are attacking the guys across the room. And you know what? Why not stun them as well? That way they will not be taking an attack next turn. We'll take our 5 healing over here now. End Cragheart's turn. Mindy is up, so Mindy is taking a move 1 action to here. Skipping the rest, then moving 3 to there. And then taking a stun attack action. We're going to swap the target from the one we were going to attack to the other one, because then Faith is next to this one that can be killed instantly. So that one is stunned as well. Now Faith is going. We're going to kill one adjacent normal enemy that is also adjacent to none of its allies and also adjacent to one of ours. Very satisfying. Then we're going to move 3. I'm going to move to there. Skip that and force this one. Oh, we can't force them to move if they're stunned. That's a pain. Well, we'll make it work. So there's only one that is not stunned this round, which is really nice to see. So let's have everybody... I was going to say, let's have everybody attack that one. But we could just as easily take this opportunity to try and kill the others. Cragheart, you can clear the way. Because we can't heavy swing. Heavy swing was what I was thinking about, if I'm honest. Pushing them into the other tile. Attack 3, range 3. Allies take damage. Attack 2, range 3. Allies get healed. Gain targets. Move and destroy stuff. Move one adjacent thing to an empty hex. Things take 2 damage. If we move 2 to the other side of the room, we could throw that boulder there. Although I don't think we can throw it onto gold. Because gold means not empty. So attack 3, range 3 on top. Move 2, heal 1, attack all adjacent enemies. We could move to there, but we would require to loot gold if we did that. Faith. We had a fairly simple turn of Duelist Advanced Swift Bow this turn, don't we? Unless we want to flanking strike the one next to us. We have Unstoppable Charge on top. Nothing else to do on bottom. How's our deck looking? Lots of zeros, some curse. So we'll Unstoppable Charge on top. We're going to have to draw a disadvantage when we attack. So we might use our goggles to rectify that a bit. So we're going to Duelist Advance, Swift Bow, Mindy, kill one normal enemy within range. Don't want to do that. Attack for 4. Move 3, attack 3, create ice. We can attack for 4 the guy next to us. That would probably just kill them. Force one enemy within range 5 to perform attack 2. That does not help me. I guess I will take Cranium Overload and just start moving out of the room. Is it too immature for that? Too early? I mean, if we're killing that guy next to us, moving seems fine. Is that everybody? Cragheart needs a second card. So we're attacking 3 at a range of 3. All allies and enemies adjacent. So this is 1, 2, 3. We can hit that guy. Something to do on bottom. Move 2. Heal 1, everybody. Alright. They're doing a lot of attacking and muddling and stuff, but only one of them is. Our initiative is fine. Mindy is going to attack this guy. Consuming Dark. To attack for 4. That's what we want. We miss. Right, I'm going to move on to this gold. Faith, we're going to add damage to our attack. Right, we can attack for 5 here, or we could attack for 5 on one of these guys. If we got advantage, if we draw a +1 with either Faith or Brutus, that guy has a chance to die. So we're getting muddled up now. 3 damage. We have to use Juggernaut first. And we'll spare that whole attack there. And that. These guys are stunned, because that was brutal. That was attacking 3 targets, which was not fun. We are not... Are we attacking at disadvantage here? Yes, but we can make ourselves at advantage. Very nice. Move 3 with jump. Do I want to be next to this guy next turn? I suppose I do. I've still got damage I want to do. But I will step onto this gold. Then we are... Attack 3, range 3. What I'm actually going to do is attack this guy. Because we are going to attack at disadvantage anyway. We have a chance to kill them, and we would be the only one to take damage for this attack. We miss on a curse, which sucks, but I will step to here now the gold has been taken. Heal everybody for 1. Attack them for 1, and I'm going to stun them as well, because if they attack 3 of us again, that seems like a bad time. Where did my action go? Game? Game. Is this a soft lock? Hold on. Alright, we're doing this round over again. So we had Leaping Cleave, Unstoppable Charge there. We had Duelist Advanced Swift Bow there. Then this, we had problems trying to stun this guy with our hammer. During your melee attack, add stun to the entire attack action. I guess it wasn't a melee attack, and that's why it took issue with it. But then why would it present me with the... Oh no, it was the move to heal 1, attack 1, all adjacent enemies. So maybe we'll change that turn just so that doesn't happen. Mindy, what did you do this turn? You attacked with Dark Frenzy and then moved. If you're going to move, that means that we can instead clear the way, move 1 adjacent hex somewhere. And if Mindy is out of the way, we can stand here and throw that over here. So clear the way, move 1 adjacent single hex obstacle. That's on top, something on bottom. We'll still do Sentient Growth. but we'll do sentient growth last so that we can move over a bit. I think this should work out. So we attacked this guy, consuming darkness. We still miss as expected, because I'm not here to try and game the system too much. I'm just trying to make it work. We pick up the gold. Then we did this. And that with advantage against them. They took their turn, they attack us a whole bunch. So we have to do that first. We use that. We use that. The others are stunned. Night Demon stunned. Brute, we attack you with advantage. And move on to this gold pile. Then Cragheart, move to there. Skip the extra step. Confirm the heal. Confirm the attack. Why doesn't this work? Why is this card so busted? Alright, I'm going to do the whole thing again, but I won't make you watch it a third time and change up my action in some capacity. Alright, we end the round in a slightly different configuration, but as long as we can progress, that's what really matters. So we've got 2 more guys to kill. Unless we can do it really efficiently, it looks like we're going to need some short rests. Kill 1 normal enemy is not going to happen. Attack 2, add 1 for each negative condition. Force 1 enemy to attack an ally. Yeah, so it's going to be some short rests all round, I think. Which is scary, because we've already burnt through a lot of cards here. Sweeping blow, sure. Right, unstoppable charge here on top. And do we still have... yeah, attack 3, range 3 on bottom. So that'll hit those 2. Mindy. We can just do 2 cards and a standard attack 2 action here might be enough to kill. Faith needs a short rest as well. Duelist advance. I do like having an attack on top. Flurry of Blades is going to have to go. So if we move out towards the door, flanking strike lets us move. We're going to be attacking at disadvantage anyway. Sinister Opportunity gives us a chance to attack if it doesn't go well with the others. Although we're going to take the early part of the turn, so looks like we could be okay either way. Move 1 thing. Heal 4 at a range of 4. We could heal ourselves on top. And just move to the other side of the room on bottom. And just hope that they go fairly late. They do not. Move 5, attack 3, and become invisible. Lovely. Alright, well, we're going to attack for 4 here. And pray to God that we don't miss. Love to see it. Then we're going to move 5, and with doing that, we're just going to retreat as far as we can to the other side of the room. If we come to here, we have to spend 2 going around the obstacles, so we'll come to here instead. We don't get any gold, but we get 1 extra turn of movement. Mindy's turn. This guy has 3 HP. Kill 1 normal enemy within range. What's this normal enemy doing? Moving 5, attacking 3, and becoming invisible. How's our deck looking? A lot of +1s. A stun. It's looking really good. So, we're going to move to here. And attack for 3 damage. Because I'd rather kill it. Although, that said, let's not attack for 3 damage. Let's just stun it. Yeah, I was about to say, do we have ice? But it removes it from the board when we threaten the attack. Excellent. That leaves these guys free to just start moving across the map as fast as we can. We'll heal ourselves, because that's the only one in reach. Then we're going to move... skip the attack. Move 2. We're actually going to move 4. Skip the other attack. Move 2 more. That gets us halfway across the room. Now, this doorway does have a stone on it, which is not exactly ideal. If we could open the door and then throw the stone immediately, that would not be bad. But I think we're probably looking at a round of getting to the door, long resting, and then breaching. So for right now, Leap and Cleave on bottom moves us 3. That lets us basically stand anywhere we want. And on top, the attacks don't make any difference. Faith, we want to keep moving. You need to pick up 2 more piles of gold. You probably end up doing that over there. But first, I guess you're long resting where you're stood. You can long rest where you're stood. And Faith, we can move again. Move 2 and take everything that we walk through. And nothing to do on the others. Now, if we take a short rest next turn, I guess we're probably going to take a long rest, so it doesn't matter. If we take a short rest, we concern ourselves with which card do we want to be in the possible pool of discards. I totally thought these 2 characters were one another. I guess we'll just go all the way to the door. Craghart's probably not going to be able to stand there very efficiently. We're going to move 2. Grab this gold. And then move 2 more. Long rest here. Something to get rid of. I think we can get rid of the healing at this point. And long rest here. The other thought I'm having is we might bust into the door and then retreat and let them funnel their way out of the door. I'm going to drop the Mind's Weakness. I do like the +2 attack, but it's not going to work out for us right now. Right. Faith. If we long rest now for these two, we give an opportunity for the others to walk further into the room. Or we can short rest, bust into the door, and then retreat. I guess I would really like my eagle-eyed goggles back for both. And the boots. So I guess we're taking awkward long rests here. Then we would at the very least like to be stood next to that rock. So we want a move 2. What card is going to be least important to us? If we move 2 with heal 1, we can heal faith as we go. And then something to do on top. Backup ammunition. And Mindy. If we spend 3 moving with Scurry, we won't have it after that. Well, how's our other movement doing? 5 there is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll use Scurry, and that will get us onto the gold. We're moving to there. Skipping, we're healing, yes. Skipping the attack. Then on our next 4 ranged attacks, add a target. Then long resting here. Something to get rid of. Probably Skewer. Yeah. And something to burn here. I'm thinking keep Sinister Opportunity. We might be able to make it work with Visage of the Inevitable in a moment. So we'll drop Flanking Strike because this one has a move on top. And now on round 13, it's basically a case of try and burn as much stuff as we need to kill them as fast as possible for the most part. We've completed Professional. Mindy still needs to pick up 1 more pile of gold. I thought we just did that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Craighart has still not picked up any gold, and Faith killed something really efficiently, so could be getting a lot of stuff here very soon. But for now, we have to figure out how we're going to breach this room. We still have Cranium Overload. It's currently discarded, but it will let us kill 1 normal enemy in a moment if we really want to. Move 4, stun 1 adjacent enemy. Let's check the others first, because we have move 4, stun all adjacent enemies. I'd just love to be able to see what's in the room before having to be in the room, you know? We have the most HP and cards, so maybe we burst through the door. We can move 4 on bottom, and then Rock Slide, create 3 single hex obstacles inside the room. But that's really late. Do we have another move? Not a fast one. And when we enter the room, anybody that hasn't had a turn yet will then immediately take a turn. I have good reason to assume that there's going to be 4 sun demons in this room, because there was 4 night demons in the opposing room. If we move 4, move 1 adjacent single hell obstacle to a cell within range 4. So if we do that on top, we need a move 4 on bottom. So that's 1 turn figured out. Move 4. If it was in a straight line, attack for 4. We can move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. That's on bottom. Move 4. If the movement was in a straight line, attack. And if we do that on bottom, we can unstoppable charge on top, provided something's there to be attacked. Faith. We don't have any big moves left, unfortunately. From here, 1, 2, 3 barely gets us in the room. Swiftbow has a range of 4 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I can't see through the door, but I would love to have been able to see what cells I can see once the door is open. If Cragheart's going, Cragheart is going to throw that rock. Not that that puts us any closer to the door, I suppose. And Cragheart's going to be standing on the door threshold to throw it. I just feel so unprepared. Move 3 on bottom, attack 3. 1, 2, 3. Move 3, attack 3, range 3 on bottom, create ice. Attack 2, range 4, immobilize on top. Alright, we're going to bust in the door with Mindy. It's probably really unwise if they're all going to then suddenly take turns attacking us. 1 will be immobilized. Or we could hostile takeover, force 1 normal or elite enemy within range 3. If we can get 2, where can we get to? That's on bottom, so we need scurry back. And cranium overload, at which point we might as well place cranium overload with some kind of move on bottom. Alright, screw it. Burn scurry. Cranium overload. Kill 1 normal enemy within range 4. And we need to move into the room to do that. So that's going to be Frigid Apparition, move 4, stun 1 adjacent enemy. Hopefully the one we stun isn't the one we kill. After Mindy storms the room, we can move in for an attack and unstoppable charge. That doesn't have to change. Faith can run in and swift bow, and Cragheart, we should be able to stand on the door's threshold, so we can still clear the way, but we are going to need a move 4 if we're going to be on the other side of the rock. So it is going to be that. I've done it now. So we're moving into the room. Alright, this is about what we expected. If we stand here, or there even, what are they doing? Heal 3, range 3, target all allies. Heal 3. They're not even attacking us this round, which is incredible. So Mindy, stand there. Stun them. Kill them. Pop. We skip the attack because it attacks the targets next to the one we just did. Mindy has picked up 5 piles of gold. Sun demons just try and heal themselves. Nobody cares. We are going to move in 3 to here. Skip that ability and attack. We're going to keep this one alive because we can instant kill this one next turn. So let's attack one of the other ones. Why not pierce with it as well? Then we are going to move 4 in a straight line. As much of a straight line as we can. Then attack for 5 with advantage. Piercing is great. We get some gold as well. Then Cragheart is going to move 4 to there. Skip the rest of movement. And then attack by throwing this rock onto that tile. And Cragheart's turn. Round 14, Faith. Visage of the Inevitable will kill the guy next to us immediately. That's on top, so on bottom doesn't do anything for us, but we do get to go fast. Mindy. Force 1, normal, or elite enemy within range 3 to perform its turn as if it were on our team. Yes, please. That's on bottom. Stun something else with that on top. Cragheart, we want to make sure we are not picking up any gold, but otherwise... create 3 single hex obstacles. We can put one there and one there. That won't be a problem. And on bottom, why not put opposing strike on just in case? And Brutus here, we'll just play the 2 cards we have. They're going very late, moving, attacking, and muddling. So, we are... I selected 2 things on the same card. Attack 3, add +2 and gain 1 XP for each negative condition on the foe. We could immobilize somebody and attack 1 at range 2 and stun. I guess that works out actually kind of better. We still get 2 XP. So if you're immobilized, use the potion, sure, doesn't hurt us. And you are stunned. Then here, we are killing them instantly. And we will move 2 onto some extra gold. Who hasn't done their thing yet? Well, we'll take this turn first. Attack them with a melee attack. And attack them with a ranged attack. Then Cragheart, create 3 single hex obstacles. People suffer 2 damage. Well, that's going to kill them even if it hurts us. That's going to hurt them even if it hurts Mindy. Yes. 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 And then we'll put this on because we can. Then the Sun Demon was stunned and immobile and all the other stuff. We need to do 8 more damage. You've hoarded. You're still being indignant. You're Dynamo. You're professional. That's all good. So here, let's just short rest. Not burn that. Burn this instead. Then we're going to do that on top. This on bottom, going on 42. Faith is going to short rest. That's fine, because the last enemy is an elite, not a normal. Duelist Advanced Swift Bow is the easiest turn. Here we will just play the 2 cards we have, and here we'll play the 2 cards we have. Heal 3, range 3. No bother. Right, let's... If we stand in the way, we can't let anybody else get in for big attacks. So, we're going to move 3 to this gold. Skip the rest of the movement. Attack at range. Why not use some stun powder now? Skip that one. Get some gold. Faith is going to add 2 attack to their attacks. Shoot them for heaps of damage. We are going to move over here. Skip the movement, skip the ability. Skip this attack, end the turn, pick up the gold. Then here, we're going to just play anything that will give us XP, which is this. You get 1 XP just for doing the movement there. This attack we skip. And that is one very successful mission.
You drop your weapons, exhausted. Thankfully, no more undead seem to be coming through the rift. But still, its existence and the presence of this gloom is troubling. You have done well. A cold, low voice penetrates the silence. It seems to be coming from the darkness in front of you. My minions may not be able to forgive, but I can.
Creepy.
Come to me. Step into my realm. Embrace the inevitable. The rift stands before you. You can see this through to the end, or you can turn around and leave this place, ignoring the call of the gloom.
Perk points all around. New perk earned. We will exit the dungeon, and then I'm guessing we have the option of a linked quest here. Which could be one final hurrah for Brutus. 10 XP each. The Sanctuary of Gloom. So we are in a linked quest. We do have some perks and leveling to consider, but that is all going to be something for next time. For now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.